Here's something that might surprise you. A small biotech company with just 18 employees is making bold moves that could revolutionize how we treat blindness, and they're raising money through private share placements to make it happen. Opus Genetics Inc., which recently rebranded from Ocuphire Pharma Inc., has just entered into agreements for a private placement of their shares. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just another pharmaceutical company looking for quick profits. They're a clinical-stage biopharmaceutical organization that's laser-focused on one of medicine's most challenging frontiers, saving people's sight. So what exactly does this company do? In simple terms, they're developing cutting-edge therapies specifically designed to help patients suffering from inherited retinal diseases, commonly known as IRDs. Think of these as genetic conditions that people are born with, which gradually steal their vision over time. But that's not all. They're also working on treatments for various other retinal and refractive eye disorders that affect millions worldwide. Now, here's where things get controversial and exciting. Their therapeutic pipeline revolves heavily around something called adeno-associated virus-based gene therapies. Yes, you heard that right. They're essentially using modified viruses to deliver healthy genes directly into patients' eyes to replace the faulty ones causing blindness. This approach targets specific genetic mutations responsible for different forms of bestrophinopathy, Leber congenital amaurosis, LCA, and retinitis pigmentosa, conditions that sound complex but essentially rob people of their precious gift of sight. Their most promising program right now focuses on mutations in something called the LCA5 gene. This gene is responsible for producing a protein called lebercilin, and when it doesn't work properly, it can cause a particularly devastating form of childhood blindness. The company is currently running a phase 1/2 open-label dose escalation clinical trial, and the early data they're seeing is genuinely encouraging. But here's the part most people miss. Gene therapy trials like these are notoriously risky and expensive, which makes their recent fundraising efforts all the more critical. Their therapeutic arsenal doesn't stop there, though. They're also developing Phentolamine Ophthalmic Solution at 0.75% concentration, essentially eye drops that work as a non-selective alpha-1 and alpha-2 adrenergic antagonist. In layman's terms, these drops are designed to make pupils smaller, which could help people who struggle with light sensitivity or certain vision problems. Additionally, they're working on APX3330, which represents an entirely different approach, a small molecule drug that inhibits something called Ref1 to potentially slow down the progression of non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy, a complication of diabetes that can lead to vision loss. With only 18 employees on their roster, some might question whether this lean team can truly compete with pharmaceutical giants. But here's where the debate gets heated. Is bigger always better in biotech? Or do smaller, more focused teams actually move faster and innovate more effectively? The company's recent private placement agreements suggest that investors are betting on the latter, but this raises some thought-provoking questions. Are we on the verge of a breakthrough in treating inherited blindness? Or are we witnessing another case of biotech hype that might not deliver on its promises? And more controversially, should experimental gene therapies be fast-tracked when we're dealing with people's eyesight? Or should we demand even more rigorous testing? What do you think? Are you optimistic about gene therapy's potential to cure inherited blindness? Or do you believe we should be more cautious about these experimental approaches? Have you or anyone you know been affected by inherited retinal diseases? Share your thoughts and experiences. This is exactly the kind of medical breakthrough that deserves robust discussion from patients, families, and anyone invested in the future of healthcare.